Hello friends, I'm so happy to have you back to my channel again today. My name is Kalisi Sonyochi and I make videos on tech and how to make money on the internet. So this video is the part 2 of the domain flipping video I had done earlier. Alright, so this is the second part of the domain flipping tutorial. So here I am going to practicalize how domain flipping is done, starting from how to research an available domain and registering the domain, and then placing the domain on a marketplace for sale. Alright, so you have to pay very close attention to my tutorials in this video, as this is a practical demonstration of everything I have explained in my previous video about domain flipping. In case you have not watched the video yet, the link to the previous video I made on this domain flipping is right in the description section. So you click on the link to watch the video and understand everything I had explained about domain flipping earlier. So please pay attention to these instructions that I am going to explain practically in this video, so that you will learn how to execute domain flipping. And please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, and then click on the bell icon to enable notifications, so that anytime I upload a video you will be notified immediately. It's also important that you click on the like button and share this video to other persons so that they can as well benefit from these tutorials that I have made. Please, if you have any questions, inquiries or suggestions, kindly use the comment section to tell me how you feel. I'm really happy to have you here with me, and please. So friends, as I said earlier, I am going to practically demonstrate how this domain flipping is done. So this instruction is going to be subdivided into 3 different parts. The very first part I'm going to talk about is the processes involved in researching a domain. And mind you, this domain research process is not just a very simple one. It's simple though, but it requires some actions for you to be able to discover an available domain. I mean, a domain that has not been already registered by someone else. So it involves some brainstorming and a little bit of research for you to successfully find out the domain that you're going to flip. So this step is the very first stage that I'm going to explain to you here. I'm going to introduce you to some tool that you're going to use to carry out your domain research, so as to find out some available domain that you can register. Okay, so let us assume that you have already decided to have the keyword meta in your domain, or you can actually choose any keyword of your choice. But then, since meta is a trending keyword, let us say you have decided to have meta in your domain. So the next thing we are going to do is to look for an additional word that can be attached to that meta, so we can register it, such that when we place it on a marketplace, anyone that sees it will find it attractive. So let's take, for instance, you want to register the domain metaland.com, but then the domain metaland.com at this point in time, I do not believe will be available for registration, because it's actually a common domain that people can easily think of and register. So we are going to do some brainstorm, but in order to simplify this process, I'm going to introduce you to a tool or a platform where you can easily get synonyms of a particular word, and then you can check on those words to see the one that has not been registered already. So please pay attention and follow this. So ladies and gentlemen, the tool we are going to use is rhymezone.com. It's a website that helps you look up the synonyms of a word. So let's say that the word meta land has been registered. So you want an alternative to that land which you will attach to meta. So we are going to look up land here as our additional keyword that we are going to attach to meta. So we are going to click on search. So this tool is going to look up different words that are synonymous to land. So you can choose any of them from the list and then check the availability on a domain registrar. So from the list we have here, you can see numerous lists. You can see terra firma, dry land, ground, onshore, shore, earth, soil, and all the rest of them. So you're going to look at these words and choose the one that you think is most perfect for your intention. So let us say we are going to use meta realm. That is the number 16 here. So it means you are going to attach meta, you're going to attach realm to meta and look it up on a registrar if it's available or not. It means that if we are to choose realm, that means we are going to have metarealm.com. I always advise people to register .com domains because they are the most widely used domain extensions on the internet. So it's easier for somebody to purchase a .com domain than other extensions. So you can choose any word from here and attach it to meta. You can see if you are not okay with these ones here, or maybe you have looked up on a domain registrar and these ones here are not available, you can click on these next results here. You can click on next results to see additional words that are related to land. So you can see a lot of words here. With this tool, you don't need to continually brainstorm on what word you are going to use for your registration, but with this you can easily choose a name from the list that you've been given here. So these are different lists. Okay, so you can choose any of these and head on to a domain registrar to check if the domain is available or not. So let us take, for instance, I am going to use meta drop, that is number 80 here, and for the sake of this tutorial I'm going to use namecheap domain registrar to explain how domain registration is done and how to place domain on a marketplace. So everything I am going to explain in this video, I am going to use namecheap platform. All right, the URL to namecheap is namecheap.com. that is the address or domain for namecheap registrar. Okay, so you're going to choose any word from here and then attach it to meta. All right, likewise any other keyword that you have chosen. I am using this meta for the sake of this tutorial because it's a trending keyword at this point in time, but then you can choose any name of your choice depending on what you want to achieve. If you want to attach a name to your business name, let's say your initial is a Carl or something thereabout, you can use any of these additional words to attach to your business name so you can figure out a reasonable domain for your business or for sale. So we are going to head straight to namecheap. Since I have chosen this meta place or something thereabout, you can choose any word as I said. So we are going to head down to namecheap and then we are going to look up in this box rather. All right, after you must have opened namecheap.com, in this box you are going to type in the name of that domain that you have chosen. So we are going to choose meta place. I'm going to type in metaplace.com here, and then I'm going to click on this search button to find out if metaplace is available or not. If it's not available, I will go on to choose another word from that list. I'll keep trying them until I see the one that is available. Remember, I had explained earlier that this domain research process is a bit tasking. So you go ahead and try different names to see the one that is available. So as you can see here, metaplace has been already registered since 2004. It means it is not available. So we are going to head back to that our rhyme zone and choose another name. Okay, so let me use, remember it's also important for you to choose a simple name that people can easily memorize. So let me try meta inland, that is number 52 from here. So I'm going to head back here and type, instead of metaplace I'm going to type metainland.com. So I'll go on and click on enter to check the availability of Meta Inland. Okay, Meta Inland is available, but then it is a premium domain, which means that someone has already registered Meta Inland and placed it for sale. It means that if I want to buy this domain, I'm going to pay a higher amount than the supposed registration amount. That means somebody has registered this domain already and has placed it for sale. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to try out different names until you find out the one that is available from this list. Then after this, you are going to proceed with the registration process. Okay, so let me just use any name that I know might not really be registered, might not really be difficult for us to find. Let's say I'm going to use Meta. Okay, let me just use Meta Kina. This is just a word I'm formulating so that it will be easier for us to see an available domain and then learn how it is registered. So I'm using Meta Kina here, just a word I formulated. And if you are good at brainstorming, you can as well brainstorm a name by yourself. You must not necessarily use that tool that I have explained here. You can actually brainstorm on your own. So MetaKina is already registered in 2020 and not available. So I am going to try something else. Look, I'm going to try Metapina. It's as well a premium domain. You can see that most of these domains that are associated with Meta are on high demand. So a lot of people have registered them and have placed them for sale. So I'm still going to go ahead and try something else. Okay, let me try Meta Z Lina. So here you can see that Meta Z Lina is available, or Meta's Lina is available. So now you can see that they have specified that the actual price for this domain per year is the actual the actual renewal fee for this domain is 9.58 per year. But because Namecheap is on promo at this point in time, we are going to register this domain for as low as $6.98. So in subsequent times, this domain will be renewed at, if the actual registration fee remains the same, it means we are going to have this domain renewed at $9.58, although there will be some additional 1.6 or something thereabout fee, which is a charge by ICANN, a body that oversees domain registration and the registrars. So here, this domain will be renewed at 13.98 per year. But then our interest is to register this domain and place it on a marketplace so we can sell the domain for profit. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and click on this shopping icon in order to add the domain that you have selected to cart. So when you click here, the domain will be added to cart. So we are proceeding with the registration process at this point in time, since we have been able to find an available domain. So friends, our domain has been added to cart successfully. So we are going to proceed with the checkout option in order to proceed with making payment for this domain. So this payment, as a matter of fact, is done with either your debit or credit card. Right, if you have MasterCard or Visa card, or then you can use other payment options such as PayPal or cryptocurrencies, right? So we are going to proceed to click on this cart icon at the top here, and then we are going to click on view cart. Okay, so here we are going to have a summary of the domain that we have selected. All right, so you can see these are additional subscriptions, but for free. Okay, so here you can see that our domain in question is metaslina.com, and we are choosing a 1-year domain registration. So you scroll down and you're going to click on confirm order in order to proceed with payment. Okay, now at this point in time, you're going to choose a payment method to proceed with your payment. So this secure card payment means you want to pay with your card, either credit card or debit card. It means you want to pay with your card. So at this point, you're going to add your card details, the name on your card, the card number, and all the rest of them. So now you are going to also fill in your billing address for the card. Okay, so I already have an account on Namecheap, so I'm going to click on add new account so that you will understand how to create an account on Namecheap. Before you get to this extent, you must not necessarily have an account already, but during the course of this domain registration, you'll be prompted to create an account with these details here. So you can see the details that are associated with your profile. So you're going to fill in this from your first name, your last name, and you're going to put your address, you're going to put city, state, zip code, and then you're going to select your country from this list in case you are registering from a different country than Nigeria. So you're going to click on this combo box to select your country of origin or residence. Okay, so now after choosing that, you will go ahead and click on continue. You can see there is a fee of 0.18 cents, which is a fee charged by an icon. All right, in case you do not want to use your card for this payment and you have a PayPal account, let's say you have some funds in your PayPal account, instead of selecting this secure card payment, you can scroll down and select PayPal so that you can proceed with the payment using PayPal payment method. Okay, in case you already have some funds in your Namecheap account, you can actually click on account funds in order to make the payment from your Namecheap account. All right, Namecheap platform makes it possible for people to in advance fund their account so they can use it for any transaction at all they want. All right, so the account fund is an option which enables you to pre-fund your account and later use it to make purchases or transactions on the Namecheap platform. So after choosing any of these payment methods, you will go ahead and click on. Now this default billing address is selected because I already have an account here with Namecheap. So after all the necessary settings that you have done, you're going to click on continue and then follow the prompt, and your domain will be successfully registered. You can see that the registration process is not as complicated as the research process, so it's just a straightforward process. All right, after discovering a domain of interest, you go ahead, visit namecheap.com as I had directed earlier. On the search box, you are going to check for the availability of your domain that you have chosen. So if it's available, you're going to proceed with adding the domain to cart and later to this payment stage where you have to complete your payment. All right, so that is the second step involved in the domain flipping process. So now I already have some domains that I have registered on this account. I have about 2 domains which I registered recently. Okay, so I'm going to use these domains to show you the next step involved in this domain flipping, which is placing our domain on a marketplace for sale. Okay, so you have to pay attention and follow my instructions. So I'm already logged into my account. So I'm going to click on this second arrow icon here by the top, and then I'm going to click on dashboard. Okay, so on this dashboard you're going to see the list of services that I have enabled on this account. So you can see the first domain that I have here, asteroidgene.com. It's a domain I registered recently for the sake of this tutorial. I have another domain here which is sparklymetaverse.com. I also registered this domain recently. So I am going to go ahead to show you how to place these domains on a marketplace for sale. So here I am going to click on this button that says manage. Alright, remember initially after registering the domain, you're going to click on dashboard so that you can access the list of domains and other services you have available on your account. So here I'm going to click on this button that says manage, which is associated with asteroidgene.com. So I'm going to click on the manage button. All right, and then it is going to take me to another interface where I have several other options. So I am going to scroll down. I'll keep scrolling down. I'll keep scrolling down until I get to this point where it says sell domain. You can see this button that says sell domain. I am going to click on it. All right, I'm going to click on this sell domain button, and then it is going to take me to a marketplace. So it's important you read these instructions here. It says sell domain for asteroidgene.com. All right, so it's also notifying us that the domain listed on marketplace has a domain privacy subscription. It will be sold along with the domain. All right, so here the next thing we are going to do is to specify an amount for which we are going to sell our domain. All right, so at this point where it says asking price, you're going to indicate the price at which you want to sell your domain. You can see this notification below it. Price can't be edited once saved. So you have to first of all decide the price you want to sell your domain before you proceed with putting in the price here, because you cannot edit it afterwards. All right. They also say that you should know that a flat 10% commission is charged when a domain is. So that means whenever you sell this domain on this platform, the namecheap platform will charge 10% of whatsoever amount you have sold your domain. All right. There is no fee for listing a domain on the marketplace, but then the fee is charged upon sale of your domain. That means whenever somebody buys your domain, namecheap will automatically deduct 10% of that fee, of that amount that you have sold your domain for, from your money, and then the rest will be added to your account and you can withdraw it later. All right, so at this point I want to place this domain for sale at just $10,000. Right, so you can see I have indicated that I'm selling this domain at $10,000. It means that if I succeed in selling this domain at $10,000, namecheap is going to charge a 10% commission. All right, so you're going to calculate what 10% of 10,000 is. All right, that means instead of receiving $10,000, I'm going to receive $9,000 after this domain is sold. So after indicating the price here, you're going to select a period for the listing. You're going to click on this select option, and then you want to specify if you want your domain to be available on the marketplace for 7 days, 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. So these are the default options they have here. All right, so you can go ahead and select any of these options depending on what you want to achieve. So I want this domain to be available for sale for 30 days. So I'm going to click on 30 days. All right. So at this point, it's asking me if this is an adult listing or not. All right. So it's not an adult listing. So I'll just have to leave it blank. All right. And now you're going to click on this place that says send me an email when this domain is successfully sold. So you're going to tick this box such that anytime the domain is sold, you will receive an email from Namecheap notifying you that your domain has been sold successfully, so that you can go ahead and withdraw your money. So after setting all these things, after all these specifications, and I am going to go ahead and click on sell domain. I'm going to go ahead and click on sell domain. Okay. So when I click, okay, sorry, you have to choose an option at this column where it says adult listing. You're going to choose, this is not an adult listing, so I'm going to say no. All right. So I'm going to click on sell domain. Okay, we are going to wait. All right, and then our domain has been successfully listed. If you scroll down back to that marketplace, all right, now where it says sell domain, you can see that it has been indicated that my domain will be listed until January 10th 2023. All right, so that domain will remain in the marketplace until this January 10th 2023. All right, so at any point in time it gets sold, Namecheap will charge 10% of this amount, and then the rest will be remitted into my Namecheap account. So in case you wish to edit the details that you have specified on the domain, or you want to cancel the listing, you can as well do that by clicking on this small arrow button here, or by clicking on edit to edit whatsoever information you want about your domain listing. Okay, so you can see the options here in case you want to edit anything. All right, so you can from time to time check on your Namecheap account to see if the domain has been sold or not. But remember that if you have clicked on this send me an email when this domain is successfully sold, what you have to do is to be checking on your email that you used in registering this Namecheap account, because they're going to send you a notification whenever your domain has been sold. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the processes involved in domain flipping. So if you follow all the steps that I have specified in this video, you will successfully get yourself equipped to start this domain flipping business, which is a very lucrative business. Remember, there is no specified amount at which you can sell your domain. If you want your domain to sell faster, you can sell it at a more cheaper rate. You can decide to sell it at $1K, 2,000, 3,000, or any amount of your choice. And if you know that your domain is a high quality domain that a lot of people will be needing, you can go ahead and sell it as much as $1,000,000 or whatsoever amount you want. It's yours, and you decide how much you want to sell your property. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe, and click on the bell icon to enable notifications, so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified immediately. Do not forget as well to share this video